everybody, and welcome back to some more E-75 World of Tanks PlayStation 4 gameplay with me. I am Ben. Welcome. I've been having a lot of fun in the E-75 lately. I don't know if you noticed. There might have been a few games going up on the channel in it. Here's two of them. These ones, not really the biggest damage games. Certainly not the second one. If you're going to watch one game, I highly recommend it's the second one, but stick around, it's a fun video. I think you're going to enjoy it. I put these two rounds together because while they weren't exceptional in terms of damage or kills, they were pretty exceptional in terms of block damage. And I thought they'd make a pretty good example of how to effectively angle your E-75 and what it's capable of bouncing. I've also sped up a bit of this gameplay because there's a lot of it where I'm just sitting pretty much in this area and not really doing a lot other than shuffling about and bouncing shots. So I sped up a chunk of this to double speed. Hopefully you don't mind. If you do, oh well, I can't do anything, so sod it. You just have to cope. But here we are. We have we pushed out. And this was basically the game after I'd done a few games in the E-75 and been going really well. Well, I'd actually done a lot. I'd just got it fully upgraded at this stage, but I'd probably already played 50 or so games in it before I'd actually went on tanks.gg. It's a great site. I recommend check it out if you haven't already. I looked up the 3D model for this thing and checked out exactly what sort of angle was best to angle it at. Turns out I was kind of under angling it quite a lot. You can actually angle it pretty severely, almost to 45 degrees really, and to get pretty even effective armor on your side armor, your lower plate, and your upper plate is basically untouchable. So I end up just sitting here and bouncing shot after shot after shot from T125, a T30, I think an F215B pops up in a little while. He takes some shots. We got an IS-3. He has some shots. He had, to be fair, the IS-3 didn't have much chance, but we come up against two tier 10s. So we spend the whole thing. So also you got three or four tanks, maybe more unspotted, sitting at slightly different angles. The E5 and the T30 are the kind of big two I'm looking at the moment. The IS-3 is not really an issue. He's kind of in between. Oh, there's the 215B. Give the shot on the IS-3, drops a bit low. Oh wow, watching this at double speed is slightly disorientating, isn't it? But it's fine. Here we go, get a nice shot into the 215B. And decide to shuffle forward, thinking, okay, well, screw it. We're already 4 minutes into the game and I've not been damaged. Let's see how much we can block. But yeah, like I was saying, this was I think literally the game after I looked on tanks.gg and realised the sort of better angle to angle the tank at, and thought I'd just drive and check it out. And then this happened. I was like, okay, well, that goes to show that a little bit of research can go a long way. So we've moved forward now. I'm not sure what else is back there. We know there's that guy, the two tier 10s and the IS-3. I think the T30 got dropped. You notice I'm also wiggling the turret a lot and shuffling around a lot. Ugh, unlucky there. There we go. There's the IS-3 tracking me. Bounce another shot from the E5. Well, actually damaged my viewport, but no damage done really. And he misses one. Try 1-2-5B. He actually puts the first damaging shot into me there. 5 minutes into the game. There we go, nice shot into the E5. Bounce another shot. So yeah, shuffling around, whilst you could sit still and bounce a few shots, it's nice to shuffle around because when they're trying to aim in and get the perfect little spot, they might think they have the weakest bit of armor on. It's going to make them very difficult for them to hit that. Kind of keeping the angle pretty similar when I'm shuffling back and forwards, but I'm also wiggling the turret around a lot, trying not to aim it directly at them too often to make it too flat when I'm not shooting at them. And that really seemed to work. It's not a lazy way to play. You need to be fully invested. You need to be paying attention 100%. There we go. We decide to finally slow it down. If any of you are starting to feel nauseous, hopefully you'll now begin to recover. And I decided to turn around and pull out of there as I realised there were people coming around behind me, and my team was pretty screwed. Unfortunately, after blocking damage the whole game, and then showing my butt to those two guys, but what can you do, eh? When you're down 4-13. You know you're pretty much out of there. So we'll decide to spin round, shoot whoever we can before we die. Derp a shot at the T-44. and bounce one more shot of the game for good measure before giving him a nice little love nudge. Take him down just fine, but the E4 gets a nice little ram kill as my poor little E-75 on 4 health is taken down. But there you go, that was the first one. 3,778 damage, not too bad in damage, nothing too crazy, but 6,970 blocked. One of my highest bounce games I'd ever had. That was until the next game happened, but a game I very much enjoyed doing. So let's jump into the second replay, and we'll well, you can see actually, there we go, I managed to be top of the team with that display, which doesn't say too much about how my rest of my team performed, but there you go. That's WoT Tanks for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure the those other guys had a great time sitting there shooting at me for the entire time. Oh, let's have a little look at the shots they fired, how many shots these guys fired, and how many pens. So there we go, the E5, 14 fired. Is that 3 pens? 21 fired, 5 pens for that E5. Not sure which one it was. It was Sub-Zero, wasn't it? So 21 fired, 5 pens. 18 fired, 5 pens for him. And 26 fired, 6 pen for the IS-3. And the T-30, 6 fired, 1 pen. So managed to waste a huge amount of firepower from those tanks. Unfortunately, it didn't save my team this time. But there you go. Different story next game. So let's jump on and have a look at that one. So this one is on Thiepval Ridge. We're on another tier 10 game, so it's nice to show a bit of bottom tier action for a change. There's been a lot of top tier stuff with the E-75, and well, this game is quite something. You might have seen me post the battle results screen on Twitter, because the end screen is just frankly ridiculous, and it's I hope you stick around. It's the highest blocked damage I've ever got in WoT Tanks, but it is certainly not the highest damage round I've ever had in WoT Tanks. But I decided to go this way. I still really I'm trying to work out where the earth you're meant to go in Thiepval Ridge. I've tried going each way from this spawn. Both ways seem to lead you to pretty much an open field where you just get wrecked. We have to hang right back and be very cautious. So I thought I'd go this way. I wanted to push over to the 2 houses in the middle here. Thought I'd be like nice and aggressive, sit by those houses, spot out, side scrape off them a bit and spot. That was kind of the thinking. Sort of goes like that, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Now, I think block damage has a lot to be said for it. Doesn't give you the MOE points that assisted and damage gets you, which is fair, I think, because that would massively unbalance it. I think it could be farmed, and it'd affect people's gameplay too much. But I think it's underestimated as a contribution to your team. Not to, like the last game, I don't know, I guess we didn't help the team win in the end, but we managed to hold that flank down, and had our team managed to do the other flank, I pretty comfortably just held that flank for a while on my own. This one's a bit of a different story. Here we go, so we get spotted early on. Not really sure from where, so I decided to just side scrape a little bit. I assume it's probably from that kind of direction, because that's where the flag is. So we angle a bit towards it. We have a bit of a wiggle round, see where a shot comes in from. There we go, one came in on my teammate. Decides back up a bit in case we can spot out who's shooting my teammate. Oh, there we go, bounce a shot. And then in the end we think, screw it. I didn't realise quite how exposed I'd be when I made this move, but I just thought, well, you know, you got to live a little, right? He who dares gets to bounce lots of damage. So there we go, we've got an enemy T1 10E5 in very good cover, make it very difficult for me to shoot. The downside of doing this sit in the open spot tactic is that whilst you can end up bouncing a lot, it makes it very difficult to get shots in return when they're all in cover, and you don't really want to stop to aim in for weak spots, especially when the enemy have got artillery, because he doesn't need to aim for a weak spot. Artie doesn't care. So we bounced a couple of shots already. We've only spotted out one dude. But yeah, so the advantage of like block damage, even if you're not getting a huge amount of assisted, I get a bit of assisted in this, but nothing too crazy. But even if you're not getting assisted and you're not getting damaged, if you block thousands and thousands of damage in a game, and particularly in this instance, if you manage to hold off a flank where you're pretty heavily outnumbered, It can allow you can see our team have got a lot of our tanks have gone the other way. Not many have gone this way. We've got, I think, what, 4 of us, minus the dude who got killed already. They've got an enemy waffle. Not too worried. It's only a waffle, right? Be fine. Try and find a shot. Oh, there's the Type 4 heavy. Fine. Bit of a quickly fired shot. Not really a weak point, but I didn't want to sit there any longer, so we just fired it away and hoped. Didn't really work out. But yeah, the longer you can sit there and hold off the enemy advance, then the more chance that gives you. If your team heavily outnumbers their other flank, then failing potato-based mishaps, you're pretty likely to win that flank. And then your team can move round and flank the ones who you've been holding off, or they can take the cap, or whatever. Well, there we go, first bit of damage. I think that was a HE shot fired by the E5, or by someone unspotted there. There's a pretty low damage roll. Waffle Panzer 9, Wasp Panzer 4. God, I always calls it that. Call it that, not Gollum. Oh, waiting. Oh, there we go. Get a shot to Waffle, but decide not to sit there any longer. Bounce one of the Waffle shots. He puts one into the dirt by the look of it. Eats a shot in return. It's getting tricky at this stage because we've got enemies sort of spread out across the ground in front of me, so I can't really perfectly angle towards any one of them. I have to keep sort of wiggling around and hope that I'm angled correctly towards the one who's firing at me at any given time, which isn't the easiest. There we go. Now I've done 1 damage in ribbon, and I've used my med kit, and I have a damaged gun, so that's going to do wonders. Oh, we got a T-54 lightweight coming in. Oh god, try it. No, pretty close though, considering the state of that gun. Oh, big hit on the T-54 lightweight though. We bounce another shot, 1 into the tracks. Being tracked, not great in this situation. Can we get going again? There we go. Managed to get re-angled a little bit to the T10 and shuffle ourselves back forward. Unfortunately taken down. Now, it might not have felt like that was anything too impressive or too epic, but if we actually spin on to the end, it turns out our team absolutely demolished them. They rolled round, kind of as I talked about. I wonder where I got that idea from, and flanked the enemy team. Absolutely destroyed them. And have a look at this for a post-battle result screen, will you? 504 damage. That's 1 damaging shot. Whoa there, horsey. 1 damaging shot from 1 pen. 8,570 damage blocked. My highest ever block damage. Not surprising that it's come in this tank. It feels like the most heavily armoured thing I think I've ever driven in WoT Tanks, but absolutely love that. Just ridiculous. A little bit of assist there, so I didn't completely demolish my my efforts towards my second mark that I'm working towards. But yeah, there you go. Blocking. I don't know where that even came from. Who knows what was shooting? There must have been things with some seriously high alpha guns that was bouncing off me that was unspotted there. Because it didn't. What, the T110E5? I guess the Waffle must have bounced a few shots maybe that I when he wasn't spotted. But yeah, I don't know what else could have been back there to bounce all of that. But quite something, eh? Anyway, there you go. That's some E-75 armor for you. I've got some incredible E-75 gameplay saved already. I've had one of my highest damage games ever that I got yesterday. So look forward to that coming out. They'll be out soon. And I'm sure I'll have plenty more coming. And I'll have the E100 unlocked in no time. Because absolutely loving the E-75. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I thought I'd just mention it once more, just in case. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit the like button. My name is Ben. We are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.